It's time for Halloween to end. Welcome back to another episode of That Sure Was a Movie. Today will be very interesting. Today we are talking about the finale, the final movie, maybe the final movie in the Halloween franchise. We don't know. This
Fingers
is
crossed.
the end of the reboot trilogy, so I would think there wouldn't be another one for a while.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about it. But before we do that, we will start with some movie and TV news. What's going on in the world of movies and television, Maeve?
Okay, so we all know Ezra Miller. He's a mess. He's all over the place. This morning, like a few hours ago, it was announced Ezra Miller pleads not guilty to burglary charges, facing up to 26 years in prison.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, if he's charged for both of them, 26 years, up to 26 years. That's crazy.
wild.
That's crazy.
Wild.
Um,
Yeah, there's another one that, or I guess it was for liquor theft or something. At least that's what one article said from Hollywood Reporter. Like, that's literally insane. We need to do like an episode chronicling just all of the events that have occurred with Ezra Miller in the last year, because this man, he's been all over the place.
yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah.
And the Flash movie still coming out.
June 2023 is when it's expected. So yeah.
Will that movie ever come out?
Who knows at this point?
Who knows? Oh well. All right, what else we got?
Anyways, Martin Scorsese is set to produce and direct a Gangs of New York TV series. I don't know. I just threw that in there because it was Martin Scorsese, so I didn't. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'll
I
just throw
think
it in there.
he's only directing the first couple. But
Yeah, I know nothing about Gangs of New York. I've never seen it, but
Martin Scorsese, he's yeah, that's interesting. Martin Scorsese on the small screen.
yeah.
So Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, the third Pinocchio movie of this year,
Yes.
has gotten its first reviews in, and it's looking good.
Yeah.
The reviews are coming in, and they are good.
I wasn't expecting a crappy Pinocchio movie from Del Toro.
We expected this to be the best of the three, but it sounds like it's gonna be like really, really good. And I don't really know anything about this movie because the trailers they've released are very like doesn't really give anything away. So it'll be interesting. Did you see the video of him like holding up the Pinocchio figure and like pointing at it?
I love that.
That's like my favorite video.
I know. And when they had just like the little Pinocchio figure on the red carpet and all the photographers around it.
Yes.
That was great.
Great.
I don't know. I've read some things that people are expecting it to win for best animated picture at the Oscars. So I don't know. Looks like it's gonna be pretty good. I'm excited for it.
I can't even think of any other animated movies this year that have been like great. I liked Intergalactic a lot, but that's going to be nowhere near the Oscars.
Yeah, Lightyear won't. I don't think Lightyear will be nominated.
I did like Lightyear a lot more than most people, but
I did too.
It's Pixar. I feel like it's got to get a nomination. I mean, come on, there's 5 movies that get a nomination.
That's true.
Like Pixar's is a shoe-in every year.
Yeah. I don't know. There's that Strange Worlds one that comes out next month or something that I know absolutely nothing about. But
so Rihanna,
yes,
is making music for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Yes. Rihanna is back. Absolutely. This movie looks great.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
The trailers look great. If Rihanna's doing the music, amazing.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. I wonder what the soundtrack will be like, because last time the soundtrack was a very big deal because Kendrick Lamar did it. But I haven't heard anything about the soundtrack. Like, I don't know if Because it sounds like Rihanna's just gonna do 2 songs.
Yeah, that's
So I
what I
guess
read
it's
at least.
so maybe there's not gonna be like an accompanying album with the movie this time, like there was last time. But I don't know. The trailers were very, very good.
Yeah. I I still get chills every single time that I watch the first one that comes out or that came out in the
Yes,
theater.
yes.
So good.
So good.
Oh, man, it's not that long until it comes out either. It's literally like what, 3
Yeah.
weeks or something? Wild.
Yep. Next month, November.
Speaking of Marvel, Disney has pushed a lot of release dates for upcoming Marvel movies. Um, Deadpool has already been moved to November of 2024. Fantastic Four has been moved to February of 2025. And they also pushed Secret Wars. Is that correct? Yeah, Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty, I think.
Well,
And Blade also got pushed.
at this point, we should just assume every major release will get pushed back. So whenever
Yeah.
they release the first release date, just don't believe it because it will always get pushed back. It is what it seems to be. But
Dune
we will
got
wait.
pushed up.
Dune has gotten pushed up. That's
Interesting.
yeah, that's coming on about a year.
Which is wild.
Dune 2, Duned.
Dune.
The next one is going to be called Done. D-U-N. Josh Dunn from 21 Pilots? No. So any more movie news?
I think that's all I had.
Well, here's something.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't know if this is true, but I saw a rumor that Robert Downey Jr. may come back for Secret Wars.
Oh, interesting.
The source, trust me, bro. I was just scrolling through Twitter and I saw that. I literally have no idea if like that's even like somewhat accurate or like some random guy just posted that, but it's like an MCU news thing. But it's like, when people announce something and like the sources, trust me, bro. Yeah, might be one of those scenarios. I just want to throw that in because we're talking about Secret Wars right now. But anything else? Let's see. We really haven't posted a lot on our stories this week, so there's not a ton going on in the movie world.
Yeah.
So yeah, rest in peace to Haggard.
Oh, yeah, that was sad. And Angela Lansbury.
Yes. So let's jump in to the main topic of today. And that is Halloween Ends. It is over. It is the last movie in this reboot trilogy. The first one, Halloween 2018, was a really good like reboot. It wasn't anything special, but it was
enjoyable.
It was a fine slasher movie. I mean, it's a slasher movie. For me, those, unless you do like something super creative and meta like Scream, then like it's got a cap of about 4 stars for me. If it's just a typical slasher movie with like nothing like crazy about it, then yeah, it's just whatever. It's kind of boring. Halloween, I don't love Halloween, the original, to be honest. It's fine. It's really good for like what it is, but like slasher movies, I mean, it's a guy walking around killing everyone in his path. I mean, those can only be so good to me. I mean, whatever. But Halloween Kills was honestly one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It was so bad. It was like nothing happened. Like everything that happened didn't matter. Like you can totally skip that movie and watch Halloween Ends. There's literally nothing that happened. And it was so boring. It's just like, oh, it was hard to get through.
See, like I thought it was fine. Like I didn't think it was awful. Like I saw a lot of reviews for it, but I mean, I don't remember really anything from it except for the very end. So
yeah, the very end.
I mean, really,
the very end when they have Michael in a circle and he kills everybody and like it shows the daughter's, what's her name? I can't even think. Judy Greer's character. get like kind of like get away, and then literally the last like 45 seconds she just
She's getting
dies,
murdered.
and then it just ends with the two staring at each other, and it's like
Yeah.
such a weird movie. And the whole like mob attacking that one like guy who escaped with Michael was just like
Yeah.
so
I was like,
cringy to watch.
what? Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
A little weird.
it was a mess. It honestly wasn't even it wasn't really a mess. It was just like nothing, just nothing.
There was like
But
a scene in Halloween Kills where they're all in the lobby of the hospital and there's like somebody yelling, Michael, and like I could only hear
oh my
Dwight.
gosh, yeah.
It just had me dying. I thought it was so
Oh my
funny.
gosh. Well, we're not here to talk about Halloween Kills. We're here to talk
Oh,
about Halloween
Halloween
Ends, the
Ends.
masterpiece that Halloween Ends is. I don't know what
Gosh.
people are watching. I don't know what
I don't
movie
know what
these
you
people are watching.
watched.
This movie is so fun. Like, what are you people wanting? Like, listen, this movie went totally, they just went for it. They knew exactly what they were doing. And what you think this movie's going to be, think again, because it's not going to be that. Um, what do you want? Do you want another movie where just Michael just walks around and just like kills everybody in his path with no problem, and then he gets away in the end? We've seen that already. Why do we want that again? Why are people saying, oh, we want Michael? It's like, this is the reboot franchise, you know. Let's do something different. We don't want the same movie. That movie was made like more than 40 years ago. We don't need that again. Listen, this movie did something different, and it was fun. It was it was a wild movie. It was weird. It was crazy. It was very funny. I was laughing the whole way through just because of how like campy it was, which I absolutely loved.
Here was my beef with it. My beef was I thought Michael seemed too weak compared to Corey. And
have you not watched the last couple movies?
yes, I have.
He got set on fire. He's been like, and like maybe now that it's time to end the franchise. Now you can show that he's like weaker. He doesn't have to be this like unstoppable character in
Okay, I
every
guess
movie.
that's true.
They can write something different. We don't want the same thing.
Well, I guess that's true.
Why would
I
we
mean,
just remake Halloween when first of all we already made it in 2018? Why would we do the same thing?
okay, I guess that makes sense. But like when I thought about it, I felt like it was trying to replicate Scream by doing the whole thing of like
And that's a problem.
there's
Scream is one of the best movies of all
I'm not
time.
saying that's a problem. I'm just saying we have Scream and that's like I don't know where I'm going with this. I can't back up my own argument that I don't have.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just saying my opinion. Like this, I was shocked because this seems right up your alley. Like the campiness of it and like how crazy it was. Like this was like so out there for a Halloween movie, which I don't love this franchise because of how just like cookie cutter it feels. Like I feel like I'm not a big fan of slasher movies just because like the plot is just like so simple and like it can only be so good. And like if it's done well, it is really good, but it's not going to be like a perfect movie to me. But
Mm.
like something like Scream takes that and like plays on the genre and like ups everything. This wasn't like doing the same thing as Scream, but like it was going for something, and they knew exactly what they were doing. They wanted this to be a divisive movie, and they succeeded. Um, I don't know why the reviews are like really, really bad. Like I haven't really seen more than like two good reviews for this. And I think it's a lot of fun. I had fun the entire way through. This movie is so good.
Hmm.
Um, people are getting so upset. Like Let It Go, that movie that was made in 78. Just go watch that if you want that. We don't need, everyone complains about reboots. And then if they make a reboot but do something different, they get mad because it's not the same movie. But then those are the same people that say, we don't need a reboot just to make the same thing. And then when it comes out and is doing something different, it's like, no, you can't do that. We wanted the same thing that happened in 1978 to happen again in 2022. No, what they did, first of all, people are saying, well, Michael wasn't even in it. Michael wasn't even powerful. He wasn't even like intimidating. First of all, Michael was in it. I mean, he wasn't like in every scene, but he still played a decent part in this movie, in the story.
Mm.
Why is it bad to introduce a new character in a reboot of a franchise that had the first movie in 1978? Are we not allowed to make new characters? I mean, come on, this is like over 40 years later. Michael's old. Michael's very old. And I know Michael's just like this character that's like, I mean, they call him the boogeyman, and like he's not, doesn't seem human. But I mean, he is. But this swung for the fences, and for a lot of people it missed, but for me it landed, and it was so much fun, and I enjoyed this a lot, and I had a blast. It's honestly one of my favorite movies of the year. Top 20.
Wild.
Definitely top 20. You keep saying wild, but you won't say your opinion. Like, I need your side of this.
Okay. I did not watch this in a theater. I watched it at home, which
there's your first issue.
I regret that. I should have gone to see it in a theater, but I think if it wasn't associated with a franchise, I would have enjoyed it more. But and I understand where you're coming from with the whole like reboot thing and like, you know, going with something different, but I feel like it just didn't land for me, and I didn't love the whole thing. There's like the scene in the grocery store between Lori and Frank, and she's like, I don't know, it felt weird to me, the whole like Lori and Frank thing. I don't know why.
That was like 3 minutes of screen time in this 2-hour movie.
Whatever, it still felt weird to me.
What do you mean weird?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know what those scenes are about. I have no idea who Frank even is, to be honest. I didn't care. That was like, it's taking up like 3 minutes of the movie, so it's like whatever.
Anyways, the whole Allison and Corey thing, like Corey literally told Allison that he went and killed another person.
Yeah, and that's camp.
She just like brushes it off, and it's like, oh, okay, I still like you anyways. Like he went and murdered someone, girl.
This is camp. This isn't supposed to be taken seriously. People should have realized this in like the first 25 minutes, that this is just going to be like nuts. Like, this is not supposed to be taken completely seriously. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I liked Corey. First of all, that opening sequence was really good.
I liked the opening sequence.
That was amazing. Corey, I liked Corey. I liked his character. I really liked because this actually had a story. It wasn't just a man walking around with over the shoulder shots, following a girl around and then killing literally everyone in his path with no problem. There's no like intrigue to anything, because you just know they're gonna die, and then there's gonna be a final standoff where Lori gets away, but you know who else gets away? Michael. No, this is the end of the franchise. You need to do something different. That final fight scene between Lori and Michael was amazing.
I did like that.
We got that. We don't need 2 hours of that. We got what we needed, and we have a really cool story in the first 2 acts of it. And I loved it. And I think it was really cool how they set up Corey's character, just like the little subtle hints that he's going to become Michael Myers. Like the first time you see him working at the car shop wearing that jumpsuit, it's like, oh, he's about to become Michael. And I think it was cool that he stole his mask and he was like walking around as Michael. And then Michael comes back and he takes it back, and then now he's full Michael Myers again. And yeah.
Well, I kind of thought at the beginning that the kid was going to kind of like wind up becoming like a new Michael Myers, because I thought they were just kind of taking it back to like the very beginning.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people are saying that.
I thought the kid was going to kill Corey, and then kind of it would reboot, or it would like go that
Yeah, I'm
direction.
glad they didn't do that. Just like
Um,
have the same thing happen again that we've seen, what, 6 times. Listen, Michael had his time. You know how many Halloween movies there's been?
too many.
Too many. And he's had his time. Let's do something different to end this whole thing. It's the end. It's got, they got to swing for the fences, and they did. And it's divisive, but I mean, I think I think it's really cool to have a movie like this to end the franchise, and not just something that's boring that the general consensus that it's like, yeah, it's good, but people forget about it. People won't forget about this one. Like, whether you're on the side that I am or that you are, people aren't going to forget this movie. And I think this, in like 20 years, this is going to be a cult classic. I can totally see that happening. Like,
Interesting.
think
Actually, I
back,
could see that happening.
like think
I
back
could see that.
to these old horror movies, and like they're just stupid, but like they're just fun,
That is true.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be great in 20 years to most people. You know what else? So for the 3 movies of this trilogy, the fonts of the main title match
Oh.
up with the font from Halloween and Halloween 2018 are the same.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween 2 and Halloween Kills are the same. Halloween 3 and Halloween Ends have the same blue font.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
Oh, I did not know that.
you know what Halloween 3 was? It
What
was
was
a
Halloween 3?
very it was a very divisive movie that didn't even have Michael Myers in it.
Oh, interesting.
So they're literally staying true to the franchise while also going way over in left field, somewhere you didn't think they would go. Same thing that happened with Halloween 3. And these 3 movies are supposed to like kind of line up with those.
Hmm.
So, I mean, the people who are complaining that, oh, this isn't true to the Halloween franchise that I love. Michael Myers is supposed to be so cool and such an intimidating character, and these should be in it. Listen, I'm not even a big fan of these movies, but even I know the history of this franchise, and I know that it was pretty accurate to it.
Hmm.
That's what I'm gonna say.
I guess I didn't think about the fact that they would be going like off of the original, like the first, second, and third movie. I didn't think about that. I've only seen like the first, other than like the reboot series, I've only seen the first one and like half of Halloween 2. Um, yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
I've
think
never
about
I've never
that.
seen a single other movie. I've seen the original and I've seen the reboot trilogy,
Hmm.
but I did my research
Thing.
because people are taking this too seriously. It is camp. You're not supposed to take
Hmm.
camp seriously. And if you can't realize this is camp, watch it again, and watch it again with that in mind, because I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Michael's
don't know.
goofy anyway. Michael's always been goofy.
Goofy.
Okay, but like when Corey like sits up like him too, I thought that was really cool too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What was I gonna say? Oh, you know what Michael reminded me of in this one? Like actual Michael
Mm,
Myers when he was living in the sewers for 4 years.
what, Pennywise?
Well, yes, it did make me think of Pennywise, but it also made me think of a local occurrence. I don't know if I should talk about that on here or not.
Oh, the guy in Bloomington?
Yeah, we had
Oh gosh.
should
Yeah.
I talk about that
I mean, you
or
brought it
not?
up. Why not?
Yeah, okay. So, we are both IU students, and there was an incident probably a couple weeks ago on our campus where there was a homeless man who was in the sewers for 6 hours during the day, kind of just wandering underneath part of campus in the sewer. And when I was watching Halloween Ends, I'm like, oh my God, Michael Myers is the Bloomington sewer man.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. Bloomington's got wild since I've left.
Dude, Bloomington's insane.
Just like Halloween Ends.
Oh gosh.
Um,
Let's hope we don't have some Halloween Ends type stuff happening here.
yeah, a
Ooh.
real life Halloween Ends in Bloomington before the movie releases. Hmm. Who's behind this?
Uh,
I think it's the director.
mm,
No. Pretty crazy stuff. Halloween Ends. It's so good. I
that
really
was,
love this movie.
I tell you what, I had to wake up early for class this morning and I was just like groggy and I was like just going through or I opened Letterbox while I was still like half asleep and I saw your 4.5-star review of this movie and that woke me up. I was
The
like, there's
biggest
no
surprise,
way.
the biggest shock of the year, honestly.
I'm
Um,
shocked.
I actually went into this movie because here's what I saw. I saw very few reviews. Because I didn't really want to look into it much, but I did see pretty much everything, everybody giving like a 1.5. And then I saw Andy Herron, former Big Brother winner, BB15. I follow him on Twitter, and he's a big fan of horror movies, especially Halloween. He's always tweeting about them. And I saw his ranking, and he put Halloween Ends number 3. Halloween Kills was way down there, so that made me feel better. And he said he loved it. So then I'm like, okay, this movie is about to be very divisive, and it's about to be crazy. And I went into this like, okay, I feel like I'm gonna love this. And I did. It landed for me. It's not gonna land for everybody, but it landed for me. And it is the biggest shock of the entire year. I I absolutely loved it. And a 4.5. Yeah, I gave it a 4.5. I don't know. That's
Wild.
that's higher than I gave the original.
I was
Is
gonna bring
this
that up. I'm like, do you like this one more than the original from the
is this
70s?
is this better than the original? Well, it's more fun. It's more fun. The original's like boring. Like it's not bad, but it's like, I don't know, it's just a man walking around killing people. I mean, it's not that interesting. Like, I love the way they shot the first one. I mean, I think it's like really
Mhm.
creative the way they did that, especially for like the time. That's not like, I mean, super like common of a thing back then, as you see like slasher movies now. But it was good. I don't love it. I really like this one. I don't know. I don't know if I can say it's better than the original, but it's a lot more fun than the original.
Mm.
It's a lot more fun.
I don't know. Now after this discussion, I'm kind of wondering if I should rewatch this from that point of view of it's just supposed to be campy and
Go
like
in to a theater with that in mind.
I don't know, maybe I'll do that.
I
Honestly
mean,
might.
watching movies at home change everything, especially movies like this.
It's true.
Slasher movies at home are just like not it.
Mm.
Which is why I probably didn't love the first one that much, because I wasn't born in 1978. I watched it on a little 40-inch TV. So that's not the way that it's going to be the best quality, but this is more fun. This one's, I mean, either way, this would have been more fun. But
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I might try to watch it again and look at it from that perspective because I wasn't bored by any means. Like it had my attention the whole time, but I think maybe I should look at it from a different perspective. So I
um,
I will watch it again maybe and report back with my updated review on it.
Halloween Ends 2.0 episode, H2O.
H2O.
Never seen
Yeah,
that one, but
exactly. I haven't either.
um, that one's actually supposed to be decent.
Hmm.
But
I yeah, I don't care to watch all however many of these movies there are, like what, 12?
no,
I don't know. I
there's a lot, but
any-
this is the good one.
Hmm.
Halloween Kills was so bad, I still can't get over that.
I was kind of shocked that after the 2018 Halloween, it was or you had 2018 Halloween and then you had Halloween Kills literally like right after the events of that movie ends. And then I kind of thought the same thing was going to happen with Halloween Ends, where it was kind of just going to pick up there instead of cutting to 4 years later or however long that was. But
I mean, I knew what the movie was just because they told us that information, but yeah,
I didn't
the ending of if you didn't look into anything, the ending kind of made it seem like that would do the same thing. Yeah. But yeah, Halloween Kills is just like the same night as Halloween 2018.
Yeah.
And just nothing else happens. It's bad. It's really bad. But Halloween Ends made up for that. This is I can't even think of any horror movies I've seen this year. Because I don't like horror movies. I don't see a lot of them, but slasher movies I usually watch if they're big movies. But I mean, definitely the best horror movie of the year. I don't even know if I've seen another one though. So
over Scream, you would put this one over Scream?
Scream did come out this year. Okay, duh. You're right. Yeah,
I was about to say, I was like, whoa.
Scream is top 5. I think top 3 or 4. If I'm right.
What other horror movies came out this year? The only other ones I can think of are Smile and Barbarian, and I did not watch Smile.
Yeah, Smile was supposed to be pretty good. I'm surprised you didn't see that.
Yeah. Oh, The Black Phone. That one was really good. I liked that one.
Yeah, I never got around to that one.
X. I did not.
Morbius.
Morbius. Yeah.
Yeah. Blonde. Blonde was a horror movie.
We were talking about. I was on a shoot the other night, and we were talking about Blonde, and someone said that was a good horror movie.
What was?
Blonde.
Oh, that's what I just said. Fresh is kind of horror. It's more thriller. Yeah. Though I didn't like that. Studio 666 was fun.
Foo Fighters movie. I got jump scared too many times by like all of the sound effects in that movie. It was kind of embarrassing.
Rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins. That movie was a lot of fun. Yeah, seeing the Foo Fighters in a movie. Yes, sign me up. Yeah, that's all I've seen. Werewolf by Night, kind of.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange could technically fall into that category. I guess. Bodies was I didn't like it as much as most people. It was fine, but
Pearl. I really liked Pearl.
Yeah, didn't watch that. Oh, Nope. It's right below Nope.
Oh. Yeah. Nope is number 4 on my movies of the year.
I didn't like Nope as much as most people, but it's in my top 10. I liked it a lot. Nope is just below Royal Teen and Minions: The Rise of Gru.
What is Minions sitting at for you?
Number 7. 6 and 7 are like that close. Like,
mine is number 7 too.
Yeah, I could switch it, but it's probably pretty accurate. Yeah. Halloween Ends. It's over. Halloween sure did end, and it ended.
It sure did.
It ended with a bang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, the very end, when, spoiler alert, they dispose of Michael Myers.
It's funny. I was literally about to say the same thing.
It gave me Fargo vibes. Have you seen Fargo?
Fargo, yeah. They
Fargo. Throw the guy in the wood chipper.
Yes.
That's instantly what I thought of.
I did not think of that because I don't like that movie that much, and
I don't either.
So I really loved like the practical effects and all the makeup and stuff and blood, all that stuff that this movie did. It was fun. Like it was very campy too. Like the stuff with like the tongue and like the jaw, like all that stuff.
Oh, I couldn't even watch when they did the thing with the tongue. Ugh.
Oh yeah, all the practical stuff was a lot of fun. Of fun.
That is one thing that I really like about the reboot trilogy is that it's a little bit more gory.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
That ending when they strap him to the car and they all have like like it's a funeral.
Yeah. Whole funeral procession.
And then they all get out of the cars and walk into like a single file line. Oh my gosh. I was dying. It was so funny. I mean, I was really dying the entire way through, but that was probably the best part. Oh my
So,
gosh, it was so funny.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is what horror needs to be. Like this is what the slasher genre should be. Like it needs to be campy. Slasher movies are boring if they're not just like stupid and wild. Like
Mm.
nobody wants a serious slasher movie. That's why I'm so. I mean, apparently everyone does except for me, but hey, that's just me, I guess. Yeah, Michael Myers had his time. It's time to change it up a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, so stop taking it so seriously, people. Oh my gosh. I don't really have much else to say about it. But I loved it.
I don't know. I did not love it on my first watch through. I was joking, or I was talking with someone about this movie over the weekend, and I was like working on a shoot with them, and we were like wrapping up, and I was like, oh well, I think I'm gonna head home. And he was like, oh, you gonna go home and watch Halloween Ends again? And I was joking like, oh yeah, and now I'm like, I don't know, maybe I might.
Tristan?
Yeah.
Shout out to Tristan.
Friend of the pod.
Shout out to Dad's Hash podcast. Go
He had
watch,
some
go
strong opinions
listen.
about that movie.
Yeah, they have an episode out. They've had a very fun month of horror. Go watch them. They're fun. Yeah, so yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this movie. Do you have any final thoughts, or are you
Um,
ready to move on to our whatever our next segment is?
yeah, I mean, all I have to say is I'm thinking this is the end of the Halloween franchise for a while at least.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of happy about.
Yeah, I was thinking they were gonna like show his face at the end, like a good look at his face, but
I'm glad they didn't.
I mean I wouldn't have cared either way. I think it would have just added to the campiness of it. And
Mm.
but
Yeah, no,
whatever.
I didn't want them to show his face just to
I
kind
wouldn't
of
have cared.
continue to keep him like this weird, mysterious dude.
I mean now he's dead though, so like I think that would have been an end to it. So now it's finally okay to show it because now,
Oh, yeah,
but like I mean I didn't care either way, but I didn't have an opinion.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's all I got.
yeah. So what else is coming out soon?
Let me pull up my little list here. So for upcoming releases, this weekend we have Black Adam, the DC movie, coming out.
I have heard some things about this
Good or
after
bad?
the premiere and first reactions, and I'm excited now. I'm more excited than I was.
Okay, so
I was excited
I'm
already
guessing
just because I
good.
love The Rock. Yeah, it's not gonna be like the best movie ever, but it's like it's gonna be good, I think. Um,
Okay.
Apparently it's darker than a lot of people expect it to be, which I'm happy
Interesting.
about. I'm happy to hear. So should be interesting. I love The Rock, so I will be. If The Rock has a movie, I will be there. Day one, weekend one, every time.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm seeing it Friday, so looking forward to it. Packed theater,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm excited about because I haven't seen a movie in a packed theater in a while, and I kind of miss those.
Mm.
We also have Ticket to Paradise, the new Julia Roberts and George Clooney movie coming out.
Yeah, I have no idea. This could either be like really good, really awful, or somewhere in between, which is pretty much the only options anyway.
I
But
was about to say that's pretty much the only way you can look at a movie, I guess. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping it's just gonna be a quirky little comedy.
yeah,
So
yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I'll see it or not. If it's getting horrible reviews, I don't think I'll waste my time with it. But if it's supposed to be fun, then fine. I'm just tired of seeing that trailer, to be honest.
oh yeah, me too. But
Yeah.
not as much as I was tired of seeing the trailer for Smile. I was, oh Lord. Anyways, um, I don't know how to pronounce this correctly, but the Banshees of Inisherin,
Yeah, that one.
that one. It's
That
supposed to be really
releases
good.
Yeah, and that releases next weekend in LA. I don't know about the rest of the world. It's kind of like a smaller movie, I think, so it's probably
Yeah.
not going to have as wide of a release, but
It's not coming out here till like November 5th, I think.
yeah,
So
it's supposed to be
a
really
while.
good. It's supposed to be really
Yeah.
good. So I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
let's
Then
see. What else is coming out?
this weekend or this past weekend, Till came out. Well, in limited areas, I think it came out because it's not coming out here until
I
not this upcoming weekend, but the one after.
I will be seeing that right after I get off of this.
It
For
looks
good
good.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Lego Masters is back with season 3. Episode 4 drops this week. If you haven't watched Lego Masters, it's a lot of fun. Go watch it. The Patient on Hulu.
Oh, I still need to watch that.
No, you do not. Do not watch this
Oh,
show.
I
It is
don't.
the worst show I've ever seen in my life. Literally nothing
Oh,
happens. Do not watch it. The only reason I watched it is like it's Steve Carell. It's a limited series. It's not gonna be a season 2, so it's not a commitment. 22 episodes. Yeah, sign me up. Nobody does that anymore. Or 22-minute episodes. Nobody does that
oh,
anymore. 10 episodes, 22 minutes. Yes. This show is awful. It's
oh
so
no.
bad. Like
Oh
literally
no.
nothing happens. Like he just sits there chained up to a bed, and then that's it. Literally for 10
Oh,
episodes.
sounds riveting.
Yeah, so the season finale is like next week, I think. Oh, gosh, finally it's gonna be over. Oh my gosh. It's a
Um,
struggle to get through. It's 22-minute episodes and it's so hard to get through.
oh, that's not good.
No, it's so bad. Like,
Um,
oh
yeah,
my
I mean,
gosh.
we also got new episode of Reboot tonight at midnight on
Yes.
Hulu.
If you
Pretty
haven't
good
heard of
show.
Reboot, watch it. It's really
Yeah,
fun.
it's fun. I enjoyed it. I watched 6 episodes over like 2
Yeah.
days. So
Comedy series on Hulu. About a comedy series that got
pretty-
rebooted by Hulu.
yeah.
Fun stuff. Great cast. Great cast.
Yeah.
Judy Greer, speaking of Halloween, is in
Mhm.
it. Keegan Michael Key. Johnny Knoxville. Dez from Austin and Alley.
Paul
He's the best
Reiser.
character. I love him so much. Yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I feel like there's so many shows that are coming out that I just
I
can't.
know.
Like
New
I feel
episode
like
of Andor,
yes, Andor.
which
See,
is
I just forget about things.
finally
Andor.
getting into the
Yeah, they finally got into the heist. That's
yeah.
last episode was amazing.
Yes.
So good. She-Hulk is over, so no She-Hulk this week.
It is
We will
sad.
have an episode about that. So if this one drops before She-Hulk, keep an eye out because it will be out in the next couple days. So, but who knows? Maybe we won't have an episode.
Maybe we'll see what happens.
We'll see. We shall.
Hopefully we'll be able to
see.
have one though, because yeah.
She-Hulk was amazing. I'll
Yeah.
leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Anything else coming out?
I don't know. There's
Survivor.
the new series. Yeah.
New episode of Survivor every Wednesday.
Watcher, that Ryan Murphy series just came out,
Ryan
I
Murphy's
think.
out. I'm not gonna watch that.
I'm not either. I said I was going to, but I don't want to at this point.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of anything else that's dropping. Of course, after this, I'll probably think of like 5 other things that I should have mentioned, but
Probably, but whatever.
yeah.
Well,
I think that's all I got.
kind of wraps it up. So follow us on socials, TikTok and Instagram. Instagram will keep you updated on pretty much anything going on in the movie and TV industry. Keep you updated on what we're doing.
Yeah.
TikTok, we will post our highlights as well, and we will post memes. Go follow us on TikTok
Eventually.
for some fun content. Yeah, we've been
slacking on the TikTok a little bit.
We've been a little quiet on TikTok lately, but maybe we'll get back into it.
Yeah.
We post our highlights over there too. So if that's the way you enjoy seeing our little clips, then you can go over there too.
Yes.
But this has been a very fun episode. I feel like this is the first time our opinions have been like
so
all
polar
the way on
opposite.
the other end.
Yeah, I was just thinking
so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very divisive movie.
I don't know. Maybe the next episode, not the She-Hulk one, because that will probably be before I rewatch it if I rewatch Halloween Ends, but maybe I will have a new perspective and a new review on it. Who knows? We'll see.
Well, anyway, we will catch you next time on That Sure Was a Movie.